Oh my god. Here we go.
Who knows? At the end of the day, I don't expect Happy to actually play the Genji. He'll most likely come out on the Reaper.
Jetzt lang gedauert.
Last many of these teams,
Vollautomaten sind so
decisive 3-1 victory for Gladiators after
eigensinnig.
2021 playoffs in the upper bracket. Now they find themselves
Auch
in the
so
lower bracket
King.
with someone having to go home. You said it comes down to the teams that improves the most. Well, Philly Fusion at least have had the extra day to look over the games, fix their problems. For the Gladiators, it is an overnight turnaround. Can they do it under 24 hours? And in fact, as we roll
right now,
out,
it looks like they're they start off
Happy
well.
Sojourn.
Happy's there on the Sojourn.
Yeah, I think that's what you want. Ideally, you want Happy on the Sojourn. We looked at the Happy versus Kep's Sojourn stats. Happy, generally speaking, even on the eye test.
Okay. Let me see. Beide Teams gehen hier für High Ground,
Yeah, they start off
Happy
well.
Sojourn.
Happy's there on the Sojourn.
weil die Sojourn, wenn die High Control hat, ist actually big. What the f... Nee. Da öffnen sich gerade Programme im Hintergrund. Talk.
Sojourn.
Yeah.
Aber wie gesagt, die Sojourn möchte High Ground, aber M3 geht hier auf diesen Pillar Point, was gar nicht mal so dumm ist, für hier halt Gladiators zu contesten.
I think that's what you want. Ideally, you want Happy on the Sojourn. We looked at the Happy versus Kep's Sojourn stats.
Im Optimalfall wird hier eigentlich genauso wie sie es jetzt haben, mit Reaper, Winston und Kiriko contesten, Baby Lucio und dann Dead fucking Dump.
One of the Gladiators either. Yep.
Who the hell
Wieso existiert dieser Hotkey-Film aus?
Under 40%.
Kommt da immer wieder drauf. Wo waren wir?
Gladiators, that was the 2020 stats. Happy,
Ja.
generally speaking.
Wie gesagt, Contest ist mit Reaper, Winston und einen von den beiden Supports. Während MN3 hier hinten auf dem Pillar sitzt und Gladiators, die hier jetzt geschlossen hochgehen, zu spammen.
Even on the eye test, way better for those opening first bloods, and we get one straight away from that point.
There you go, Zest taken down. Nice headshot there from Happy right off the high ground. Drops down now onto the point properly. And just looks to spray away, build up for another rail.
There we go.
God coming off that street side flank, sending out some of those good eyes trying to find a stray pick. Won't be able to get one yet, but does weave in a decent bit of damage. And for now, we'll be keeping ahead of Schau towards that rush charge. Built up though, Happy.
Aimgott ist jetzt ziemlich aggressiv.
Gonna be able to get it. Valkyria makes his way forward here on the point to try to go for the contest. Gladiators have since gone ahead and got the initial lockdown. Fixing out in a rough spot, has to cut his way through that nade. It's quite a bit of damage, but does manage to stay alive. We've got as well. Managing now to find an elimination.
Das ist ein nicer Pick auf Aimgott.
That could be the opening here from Fusion to be able to wrest control away from the Gladiators.
Das ist gut an Kiriko.
Managed to stay alive. We've got
Wo steht Aimgott? Wann hier? Sieht man, wo Aimgott steht, actually? Ja, er krabbelt hier auf dem Pillar. Aimgott, ist immer noch hier? Aimgott ist hier links am Pillar? Aimgott war gerade hier links auf der Seite. Man hat's kurz hier gesehen. Hier. Hier sieht man's.
Trying to go for the contest. Gladiators have since
Content.
gone ahead and got the initial lockdown. Fixing out in a rough spot. Has to cut his way through that nade. Damage, but does manage to stay alive. We've got as well. Managing now to find an elimination. Takes down Happy. That could be the opening here for Fusion to be able to wrest control away from
Nicer Pick für Kiriko.
Have to get rid of the Reiner, keep rid of Kempster here.
Das ist ein keiner Reset. Nicht nur keiner, das ist ein Reset für Gladiators.
And I'm not talking about the play, I'm looking at
Star's nur clean up.
space on the map itself. It's going to be a quick turnaround of the Philly Fusion here. Should be able to get it under 40%.
Sobald die Soldier down ist, Reset.
Happy going to be picked off again right as he respawns. Good forward chase here from the Fusion. Get that extra stagger. They gain control. 40% though established for the Gladiators with ults on the way. Funny Astro already has a sound barrier. Schau not too far off from the rush, so they have some tools to utilize. But Schau's going to be taken down. Aim God living up to the name, finds the headshot, gets the kill.
Huge.
Get popped here by MN3. They look for a little bit more, and they'll get Kempster to boot.
Makes it slightly worth for him in to pop the overclock, otherwise I think it probably would have been wasted. Glad that he at least got the one kill there. Probably ends up being overkill, given the sense that, okay, well, if you have aim god getting an opening first blood, Gladiator's obviously back on out. Here, Fusion should get super aggro.
Oder später gucken.
I mean, they're basically looking to spawn camp right now. Military over something for a moment now. That's going to force out the beats on either side. The rushes as well being used by aim god and Schau. Primal Rage comes in.
Das ist eine einzige Mist.
Juggling Reiner around for a little bit there, but
Das Gute für Gladiators ist, dass Fusion hier keine Ults mehr hat, ausgesehen von Blossom. Und die Primal läuft gerade aus, also. Und Gladiators pusht das jetzt mit beiden DPS-Ults. Hat gerade die Overclock gehört von Happy.
not at threat of getting taken down. Now the overclock from Happy comes in, and with no more defensive toolkit, that is the Fusion holding back the order.
Das Problem ist, ich gehe gleich auf die Report ein. Das Problem für Gladiators hier ist, die pushen das hier zwar mit Kitsune Rush und Overclock. Fixer droppt hier sein Beat. Also beide Supporters auch für Fusion. Und Gladiators investet so viele Ults, nur für auf den Punkt zu kommen. Die fighten das an dem fucking Spawn raus. Man sieht hier die Overclock. Jeder backt up, weil jeder weiß, dass Happy Overclock hat. Und die Overclock läuft aus, wenn sie ungefähr hier in dem Choke sind. Dann muss Kevstar irgendwas machen und Rainer. Aber man hört hier gerade den Death Blossom. Eben. Und daher denke ich, ja. Das war ein nicer Call für Fusion. Das Problem ist, jetzt da Fusion keine Ults mehr hat, können sie es hier nicht mehr spawnen holen. Das bedeutet, dass wir ein bisschen backuppen müssen, logisch. Und jetzt fightet Gladiators wieder für den Point. Aber in dem Moment, wo sie... Angenommen, Gladiators gewinnt das jetzt. Weil, ja, Reaper, das sollte machbar sein. Wenn Aimbot jetzt hier kein Kitsune Rush bekommt, sollte das machbar sein. Und der Moment, wo sie den Punkt hier capturen, wird die Prozentzahl so bei 80 sein. Für Fusion. Und Gladiators hat dann immer noch keine wirklichen Ults, während Fusion hier wieder Overclock hat. Und ich gehe davon aus, dass sie dann hier Kitsune Rush saven.
Yesterday, right, this ability for the opposing team, for the Fusion here, just to push in, use ultimates back on out, and then turn the fight over. Zest using a
huge pick.
Once again, getting a first one.
Huge pick of the Kiriko.
Man has his number. Aim God clearly not happy that he was not on the list for a World Star. Is looking to steal it.
Jetzt die Frage. Sind sie die Ult?
What you put down and look at the lap right now that he has over Schau, because Schau has been so much time.
Okay. Das ist ungefähr das, was ich gesagt habe. Aimgod hat jetzt hier Kitsune. Gewinnt er ihn hier? Ne. 8 Grad. Und sobald M3 hier Overclock hat, kommt das auf Cooldown mit Kitsune und die pushen los.
We nearly have the full cap here. Fusion looking for final fight. LA Gladiators still have only that same Death Blossom from Kevs to work through. And they got a necklace one. Aimgod has another rush.
Ja, huge Counter.
The Death Blossom, but it is out of position and poorly timed. Ends up getting taken down. The focus fire, just too damn good. Happy
findet den Reaper. Huge. Aimgod ist hart am Ziehen. I like that.
9% left to go, but Happy is dead. One of the biggest people who would have profited from that ultimate. Now he's not even going to get the opportunity to use it. So one Kitsune Rush, I believe, built up by Schau in this entire round of control Fusion taking 100 to 40%.
I mean, just the extra kills, the damage done by Aim God, allowing them to get a final Kitsuna rush where, you know, what was Shu's ult charge? It was like still roughly around the 50-60% mark. I mean, that's really rough for the LA Gladiators. They were low on ult economy as well. Kevster trying to get that Death Blossom into action and just isn't going to be enough. He gets shut down nearly instantaneously. Let's take a look at some of the Aim God shots again. Firing those kunais through, and Shu ends up walking dead right into one.
Aim God is...
TP'd into one. The case,
it's a nice picks from him.
But Aim God will take that kill any day of the week. That puts the Gladiators seriously behind.
2, 1.
That it does. Now, move over. University. As Fusion look to close this out. Not going to be seeing any adjustments on either side. Gladiators still sticking with Kepler here on the Reaper. Happy on that Sojourn. So how many picks he was able to get that first one?
Right is low. Oh my god.
And this time the answer is no. It's Reiner who is the first to fall.
Das Problem für Reiner hier war.
Side. Gladiators still sticking with Kepler here on the
Beide Teams kollidieren hier.
So how many picks?
Und Reiner dived hier rein. Ist schon instant 1 HP. In den 2 Sekunden.
Just isn't going to be enough. He gets shut. Maybe on. Right is.
Der Sekunde.
Look to close this out. Not going to be seeing any adjustments on either side. Gladiators still.
Reiner Full HP, immer noch.
Happy on that Sojourn.
Restiert hier ein bisschen Damage. Und ist schon, der ist schon one, als er reinlandet. Keine Chance für das zu healen. Und der Rest ist clean up.
Knew that he was pretty much dead to right, so just pushed forward, trying to get as much charge towards that death blossom as possible, but it is going to be the Fusion stand.
Der Winston für Eddie, das wurde gerade getankbustet. Mach mal ein bisschen leise. Aim God. Ja. Das Ding ist, Aim God spammt das eigentlich nur. Und findet diese Picks, das ist huge.
Caveats I think we'll talk about at the end of this one because I think some people are going to be pointing fingers that I don't want pointed, but we'll focus in on the gameplay for now with the players that are in the lobby. John holding the corner here, trying to keep the low HP alive. Everybody's going damn low right now on the side of the Fusion. Bellatrix does get picked off. Nowhere near.
I mean, that's awkward because Aimbot is rushed now, but they only have 4 players.
Winston ist hier keiner Sound.
And he's still going to commit to the fight. Decides to use it, thinks maybe Zest is going to be enough, but he does go in, gets on top of Shu.
Ich mag diese Shotguns mit dem Kitsune.
For now, they are still holding the point. Zest is fully topped up.
Yep. Das ist huge. Aber Shu is already dead, von daher.
Strikes from behind. The rail shot goes to the back of the skull. Finds the elimination. Yet again, looks like Gladiators are going to be able to trade up. With Vixa falling just a % away from the sound barrier. Glads should be able to get this flip. Fusion, however, stay.
Inventory hat ja Overclock. Wird gepusht. Staggered. Ja.
Within contention to recover this map because the Bellatrix death meant everything. Aim God had a 30% lead over Shu, I believe, and Glads actually win that without popping a single ult.
Jetzt noch wer das Gladiator das spawnen will, oder?
No Bellatrix, though. I think that's one hero that you really need.
Actually, wenn ich Gladiators wäre, ich würde dasselbe jetzt machen. Ich würde hier up close halten. Wie Fusion eben bei denen. Weil du hast legit 5 Volts. Was soll schief gehen? Ich hätte meinen Reaper irgendwo hier hinten sitzen. Hier um die Ecke. Der dann einfach mit seiner Ult auch reingeht.
You need that Winston in there, the extra bubbles you can get during the Kitsuna rush as well, where when you consider the cooldown reductions, that's why.
Weil das Problem ist, man kann jetzt argumentieren, dass wir es auch hier machen können. Aber wenn Fusion das jetzt irgendwie cracken tut, weil, keine Ahnung, ML3 3 Picks macht, I don't know, dann ist das ein Lost Fight. Wenn Gladiators ganz Nulls burnen muss, nur für auf den Point zu fighten. Da ist euer Kitsune. I mean, I don't know about that. There's no way. Ich hab mein Kitsuni Richtung Main gezogen. Dann wäre ich da jetzt gleich jetzt aggressiv rein. Dass du fixer forcen tust, die Soundbarrier zu ziehen. Weil so kann Fusion einfach Speedboost raus und einen Give a Damn rufen.
The rush from the Gladiators to be able to win the fight, and they maintain control. Now look to take a lead.
And that's the other thing as well. Fusion just aren't threatening enough in these fights where they're losing to actually force Glads to overcommit. You want a 1-for-2 trade here. Now it's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Balustria through the Primal there. I think a situation where maybe Zest or Fixer could have gone for a play as well would have forced Glads to do more.
Huge.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Gets the second kill. Looks for a little bit more. Fix it did commit the sound barrier to this fight.
huge.
Now, they clean up the
Happy macht einfach die Picks.
Yeah, fix the sound barrier, not even enough to save them. And it's another one-on-one fight win for the
Das-
LA Gladiators. This is looking much better for the Glads now.
Ja.
Road to recovery, despite having a very tough start here. I'm not just talking about this map, but you have to look at downtown city center.
Fusion hat nur M3, hat nur Overclock.
Fusion, at least they get another
Astro hat aber den Beat.
rush. And got has it within him. Pops it right through. Slightly awkward trajectory though. That doesn't
Becker.
far enough.
Everybody just backs away now.
Aggressiver Beat für Gladiators.
Three, Reiner still under fire. Happy as well, getting chipped away. Abbott looks like he does manage to get away.
Oh.
Alive. The boom comes in.
Primal.
Kevster back. OT is forced out. Overclocked there from three. Managed
Nicht die
to
Primal,
get
der Boop.
Happy as well. The boots, and now the damage deal is down to the side of the Gladiators. Reiner tries to turn the tide to the fight. Pops that Primal. Finds
Nice Primal für Reiner.
Gets an elimination, but Reiner now needs to exit. Just way too low on HP, so the Fusion will be able to occupy the point long enough to get this flip back into their favor, but they need to take it all the way to 100 if they want this map to end now.
What a good way to shut down
Yeah.
Glad's ult usage there as well, because ults up until this point we're getting very efficient fight wins, but now it's the three-man top right. Happy kept
Das ist jetzt die Reverse Card für
LA Gladiators trying to recover that situation.
Fusion.
Not going to work out. This is probably going to go 99 both sides for Double Fusion to slow the game down, wait for their next ult, but neither team currently has.
Oh, das ist scary. M3 seid ihr derzeit? Never mind.
Was there as well to keep protected, and honestly, it felt like Anderson should have been dead to right in that position. Say picks up falling low as well. Needs to stay alive. That sound barrier is 7% away. Set getting taken lower and lower. Happy cleaved down.
Versuchte
Able to find that elimination. Astro
huge Juggle.
sound barrier, and now somebody needs to touch, but Reiner is being zoned all the way back off of the point. Fusion forced them.
Das war ein insaner Juggle.
The control point, and then
Für
they took it
Fusion.
all the way up to 100%.
Wenn die
Fusion
Soundbarrier
is
durchgekommen wäre.
one turnaround from this squad.
Die ganze
Fusion
Fight wäre anders gewesen.
map of Oasis.
Yeah, I mean, look, LA Gladiators with their
Jeder von
start, we
Gladiators
had
hört diesen
that did not go their
Sound
way.
Barrier
That was very one-sided
Voice Line.
Quite
Obvious, das war auch ein Call wahrscheinlich.
to University, but still there was like 50%
Und erwartet sie.
frag, staggered kills as
Und
well.
er wird einfach von
Very
ihm geprimet.
build up for aim.
Wenn jeder meint, das denkt, ja, let's go in.
Fusion though, with that lead, they still end up recovering. They eventually get a really good fight. LA Gladiators with 3 members alive.
Ich meine, jeder hat die
Being used there.
Soundbarrier hier erwartet.
We go into the new
Warum auch nicht?
Balustria has the only ultimate, and that primal seals the deal.
Oh,
for
huge.
Fusion. They lock up map number 1. LA Gladiators slow. 16 total final blows there, 9 of them from Happy. Happy was the guy keeping them alive that map so far.
Das war huge.
Well, what a start here for the Philly Fusion, looking very much reinvigorated. Gladiators, competitive at some points there, but Fusion are able to just kind of play them like a fiddle at the ends of both of those rounds on Oasis. Now Fusion have that nice little one-map lead start. Gladiators will have their map selection as we get ready to go into Hybrid. We'll have to see where they want to take us and whether or not they can continue to clean up the play, become even more competitive to tie up this series. Otherwise, they're going to be staring down the barrel of a match-pointed Philly Fusion. So don't go anywhere, guys. The action continues. We'll see what the map pick is going to be when we come back from the break.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by Upper Deck, the official trading card of the Overwatch League. And by TeamSpeak, the official voice supplier.
Das war huge für Fusion.
On the other side, he's got so much more healing. That's why his Kitsune rushes being built that much quicker. That on top of the fact that he died a lot less than Schau as well. But the map choice has come through set. It is going to be King's Road, chosen by the LA Gladiators. And for the LA Gladiators as well, just going to be double checking a couple of details here. Now, they didn't get to play that yesterday. They played Iconvaldi yesterday, which was chosen by London. So they get to finally go towards their hybrid choice that they would have preferred to go to.
Alright, well, we'll see if King's Row can be the difference maker for them to be able to put a map on the board and tie things up, or if the Fusion are going to be able to persevere. Obviously, you know, everybody is so very familiar with this map, one of the oldest ones that we have in the game, and it's kind of always been a bit of a 50-50 as far as that attacking and defending win percentage here. I'm not sure what the updated stats are these days, but it always still feels pretty damn neutral. So it's all going to
Okay, der Genji for Fusion. Big.
I like that Bellassari is hovering the ball as well. We're not obviously going to get the wrecking ball today, but that is probably his signature hero. The ball
Ja, Mann.
do be balling. For the Philadelphia
Einfach
Fusion,
wait.
don't expect anything to
I'd allow
change in terms of. I don't think you would want it though, because you know, you'd like to see Fusion play to their best in terms of what the meta is, and the meta does dictate. You know, Winston, Sojourn, Reaper, etc. You know the rest of the heroes already, what LA Gladiators are playing, and we're going to confirm once more that Happy will be starting on the Sojourn.
But actually Genji?
Reaper, have to reiterate that I think this is probably the right call to make. Happy just has so much higher value on those opening picks. As a reminder, 9 out of the 16 total final blows that the LA Gladiators got on that last map of Oasis.
I like this. M3 actually overstaying a bit with the Widowmaker. So you always
Yeah.
expect to go away in those first, 3-4 seconds. He says, okay, I'll give it 5-6, see if I can get a pick. He does not. And now battle can commence as Fusion start making their way over towards the point. Shoe playing here on the low ground spot. Aim got up top there for a brief little moment. The heal's coming through, but it's not nearly enough. Reiner again. First to fall, much like we saw in University. Fusion out with a major pick. Now turn the sights up to the point.
Good turnaround over
What?
instantly frags out and gets a trade. So every single time the LA Gladiators think about maybe getting one back, Fusion, keep that Fusion out.
Habt ihr gerade irgendwas übersehen? Der Lust ist reingeslidet. Okay. War gerade irgendwie, dass der da links rumslidet. Okay.
And Gladiators, if they want to retake, it gets rough because you want all 5 alive. Funny Asher's still coming back in. Here's a Lucio though, so there's a good opportunity that Glads can touch final second here, make it count.
Okay, Zest going for the drop down play, much like we saw from Striker just yesterday, but this time they don't have.
Oh, Reiner spielt jetzt so aggressiv.
Still segregate two parts of the team. Reiner out in the front, the rest shoved back through the arc.
Der jetzt kann das gerade gar nicht
Just go ahead and melt down the enemy
halten mit dem.
Reiner gives his life for nothing. The cap is there, and it's 5+ minutes in the time bank for the Fusion as they start the streets phase.
And it's such a shame as well, because Shu actually has a Kitsune rush, so if they survive a bit longer, he pops down the rush, there's no response from Fusion.
Reiner hat gerade mal 40%, der ist jeden Fight gerade instant verreckt.
It's not really that Reiner goes in, he has to touch. Somebody's got to touch. It's got to be your tank player. Fusion cut him off. They have a 4-1 split where the rest of the Gladiators are still stuck in the archway. Reiner's the only one touching. He can't get any help, and the Fusion just clean him up, then get the rest of the Gladiators. Now they push to the archway.
And now they have to be able to get this hold right here. They're going for the turn. Leads the charge.
Da ist der Kitsune.
Forward. Fusion just back away. They're more than happy.
Es gibt zwar keine Picks, aber Zoning.
They can just use their own Kitsune rush to buy even more space. Should they need it, and there it is. They've got popping it.
Kitsune für Fusion. What the fuck ist das für ein Kitsune?
And now they can just use their own
Wait.
Kitsune rush to buy even
Let's
more
talk about that.
Should they need it, and there it is. They've got
Wo sieht man's? Hier. Warum nicht über die Länge? Oder hier diagonal rein?
Start coming through. They keep alive. Caps are going to be taken down. M3 finds another headshot. Space is bought.
Und das Kitsune verstehe ich nicht. Das kann der useless.
No response from Funny Ash just yet either. Successful. Gladiator saved.
Yeah. All right. So, at least penny pinching with the ults where they can, which is good to see. They still have those defensive tools, so not going to be forced to use anything here, but Fusion still also have
Jetzt hat hier jede Ult, die sie braucht.
Happy under pressure.
Overclock, he's going to need to be big, but yeah, he is still under pressure. Now the primal's going to be coming through, and that is enough.
Speed für Astra.
Takes up matches. Bellassari dives back in. Spots him for a brief little moment. Once again on top of this Sojourn.
Jetzt kommt die Overclock. Ja. Das ist ein bisschen Overkill.
Felistria does get Astro in the
Beide DPS, so
That
it's
is the cleanup, and Fusion have
lost the
to
sound
back
barrier?
towards
I don't know.
the door. So for now, Gladiators, they have control of the card.
I mean, it was basically every single other ultimate burn right
Das ist ein bisschen Overkill.
towards the Reapers. Who's going to break the stalemate? No one's going down here. Happy survived. I believe
Haben wir aber Kitsune
when Bellisria dives on in. Funny Asher with the sound barrier
versus
timing to put the team
Death
up. And this is
Blossom.
what he was saving it for, right? For that clutch moment. Now, Gladiators finally slowed things down, forcing back the Fusion. First big reset of the entire map so far, of this attack so far. It's going to be Primal versus Zess on the Death Blossom. Now Schau also finds the ultimate as well. Aimgod's still trying to catch up.
His damnedest. It's 11% shy, so not too far off. A couple more kunais through, a little bit of healing there on the MN3.
Kitsune für beide Teams. Das war gerade die perfekte Pause-Engel. Aber was ich behaupten wollte, ist, dass der Winston für Fusion hier maybe sogar auf Rafter sitzen könnte. Und untertiteln kann. Fusion wird uns zwar keiner am Card überrannt, aber das müsste dann der Reaper irgendwie tanken.
They'll have it. There you go. It's the pop.
Ah, das ist fein.
He has the primal online. Doesn't even get to use it. Just gets absolutely blasted. Taken down, TP out from Shoes, tries to stay alive, but he can't TP far enough because Fusion are so far forward at the moment.
Wow.
Looking for a little bit more. Fixa holds the cart, gets the cap. Funny Astro. He does manage to make his way back into the spawn room doors.
So chaotisch, diese Fights. Hängt wirklich damit zusammen, wer wen zuerst killt.
Yeah, that will mean that Gladiators can't really make an early fight happen at all.
Big advantage.
A bit of a free push on this payload. And the ability for Fusion to burn down Rhino so quickly, the guy doesn't even have time to pop the primal. It's like he's playing on ping. And Philadelphia Fusion's target damage so well played. M3 coming through with another.
Overclock Fusion. Findet aber, glaube ich, keine Picks.
But it's more free push. Look at where the payload is.
Oh.
On pick. There's no Hawaii blame this time around. They are all on land. Ryder does get the primal off, goes into the back line. The focus fire's looking too damn good. They take him down all the same. The peel isn't there. They can't keep him alive. Sound barrier now used to just try to shield up the remaining 4 members. But he also drops that one in. Fixa does get taken down. He was 5% shy of his own sound barrier. So for now, the Fusion will be staved off. They pull back away. Yeah. They've got plenty of time in this bank. It's now under 3 minutes. They want to wait this one
Was hat hier?
out.
Oh, big shot.
Rail shot takes down MN3. That buys them even more time and space.
Yeah, if the Fixer kill
Happy hat hier Overclock. Das ist big.
Happy once again. He is going to be the one staving off the Philadelphia Fusion's onslaught here. That kill to Fixer, by the way, earlier on, really, really useful. As you mentioned, only 5% off the sound barrier. Fusion otherwise would have been able to stay in. Bellisria going for the dive in. He's taking a lot of damage though. This has to be a beat, it is.
Overclock now from Happy. Shoe falling lower.
Oh, das ist big für Reaper. Okay, das habe ich nicht erwartet, aber egal.
Picks up 4, nearly has the ace. Reiner will be able to take the kill away there on Aim God. Fusion again, falling shy of the mark. Gladiators, they expend everything.
Egg.
Look at this.
Looking good on the hold so far.
So it's the Casino Rush coming through from Schau and the instant burn on that Death Blossom. And Fusion were not prepared for that. We're not ready for the ability for Caps to just
here again. Der Kitsune von Fusion. What the fuck? Wieso nicht geradeaus?
Burn on that Death Blossom. And Fusion were not prepared for that. We're not ready for the ability for Caps to just turn that fight around. Gladiator survive once more time. It's starting to go a bit short here, a little low for the Philadelphia Fusion. A couple more good attempts, but the resources start looking a little bit low as well. They have to kind of manually force their way into these fights.
Got the Blossom at the ready, forces the race walk out of Kempster. Looks for the TP up opposite side. Now we'll try to go for the drop.
Oh, what are you doing?
Nearly loses his life for it. MN3 in the meantime does get Kempster.
Ich denke, er wollte den Lucy oder Solo holen, aber what?
Jumps back down into the spawn room doors. It's the majority of the Gladiators. Reiner still trying to play out.
Patience.
Funny Astro shielding up the remaining 4. Kempster now on the respawn. Reiner taking lower, but then gets the primal. And he manages to stay alive. The Suzu, as you say, instrumental. Felistria now sliver of HP remaining as we tuck down under a minute remaining for the side of the Fusion. Overclock is at the ready. First
Double
shot
rushes.
goes across, catches 20 Astro in the chest. They do not find the kill. Happy, however, does. Belos Riet now eliminated. And the
Yeah.
maps are dwindling for the side of the Philly Fusion. The last few moments, the Gladiators have found their foot,
Last
they found their
research.
stride, and they're shutting down the Fusion.
Last
every
fight.
turn.
I mean, that could be it. Fusion have one more good shot here. If they cap, it'll have to be the OT.
Fusion hat beide Support Ults.
M3 on the Tracer here is all they need. The
Okay, jetzt hat
They need
beide
the ability
DPS
to touch
Ults.
that payload.
So.
Was just so close to responding to Shu. Shu drops in the Kitsune.
Okay, ich will hier gerade Early Picks machen. Ich würde behaupten, wenn Happy wieder die Picks macht, die er die ganze Zeit macht, geht es dank Gladiators. Wenn Happy die Overclock jetzt missen tut, GG's.
Rush aim god's like 3% off, something like that. Fixer as well. The Gladiators get aggressive.
Blossom goes out forward, 12
What a
seconds
shot!
remaining. MN3 taken down.
Hey.
Happy with a headshot. Punishes the Tracer. Zeski's on top of Funny Astro though, finds the elimination. Now Reiner going to fall. The 2-for-1 so far. Zakart is pushing forward.
Gladiators.
TP's up, goes into the right walk, just trying to buy some time for the Winston to rejoin the fray. If they can clear out the Reaper, they should be able to get Funny Astro comes
guys?
back in. Bells are going to be taken down. Now Fixa eliminated. Zest, sliver of HP, taken down.
And Tracer's back.
Have just about managed it.
Aim got one.
Not going to connect, but there's nothing more that Aim God can do. They get the content
Oh my God, war das close.
meters of the finish, and they managed to hold it out from there. Gladiators have a win condition.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, Gladiators hat sich schon wieder ausrotiert.
In a row, they looked like they could have been down. Great Suzu save from Shu to keep Reiner up in one of those fights as well. You have the fact that Shu and Funny Astro just barely outpace Aim God and Fixer in, I think, the second to last fight. And then you actually get to the last fight, despite the double support ultimates being burned. It's Happy that finds the opening frag. I mean, what a shot, what a play. MN3 down, 5 versus 4 Gladiators when they need him the most. Happy delivers.
Now everything on the line for this attack for the Gladiators. If they can just get to the end,
Happy macht einfach die Picks.
be able to tie this up and take their
Ja,
match.
da gibt's nichts anderes für zu sagen.
We know how heavily defendable some of these points can be, especially on that B stretch. Fusion, if they can start things off on point A, drain down that clock just a bit, really weaken a time bank for the next stretch, they may be able to take it there, but Gladiators definitely looking a bit more jazzed up at the end of that defense.
Well, I mean, it took
that same energy, that same impact, then oh boy, they can steamroll on this attack.
Yeah, so here we go. This is the team coming into the last fight. It is big boob.
Oh, Fixa. Just off the side, barely missed the lip. I mean, even if he stays alive, I don't think you see
The numbers were not good.
much of a
Fusion.
turn there, but
Anyway, I was going to mention that I'm glad that Gladiators got it together towards the end on C because A and B left a lot to be desired there, especially A. I mean, it was just like an instant cap coming through. There was a recontest, Reiner dying twice in a row in terms of first bloods. I think Funny Astro went down there as well, so multiple frags not going the way of the LA Gladiators. This time they are on the offense, fighting for statue control. It's MN3 on Happy.
finds one, Kepster as well, taken low. Races his way out, bubbles used. Reiner just providing some extra protection there for everybody else to pull back behind the bus. But for now, they will be all right. MN3 still somewhat fearlessly playing forward here at the opening archway. Slides back around the opposite side, playing more in towards the point.
Worth it to get the charge. He's got the rail charge off the back of that one. That's what you're looking for. Doesn't find a shot, but
Schu spielt jetzt ziemlich alone. Wundert mich.
They finally did at the very end.
Suzu gone. They know that cooldown. Workable.
That pop.
Can't below.
Kepster. Yeah, got dinked and then gets finished off. Bellastrian finds that kill. Reiner has to leap out.
What's gonna die?
Trying to escape, but the final rail shot will be good enough to kill. And Funny Astro is going to be an even later stagger. Now Shu's got nowhere to go. They can finish him off. It's going to be a good pick. It looks like he
Sad.
won't time.
MN3 gets an overclock before any of his supports get an ultimate. He's the first player on his team to get an ultimate.
Wow.
Shu and Funny Astro actually do find theirs on the opposite end. And the difference between MN3 and Happy so far is a good 31%, maybe even a little bit more. So the opening damage and picks found, MN3 instantly pops.
Okay, rushes are out. Aim
Oh.
got eliminated. Shu gets the better of him this time around. He's back over the rest of the squad. Sound barrier in from Fixer. They're still looking to hold this, and Shu will get traded. So that's going to be the counter goes down on either side.
This has got off.
Beat the overclock nearly available. Now has it available. Does he decide to pop it here? And now we'll have to just wait and see. He's down to 46 HP with the kills.
There's no way that's Happy has the pop, dude.
Players have Diving with a final shot, finishes off Velasria, and that should be them being able to get the cap without having to commit any further ultimate to the fight.
Oh no!
Zest wants to go for it anyway. He's going to go for it anyway. I mean,
He's going for it.
That's the biggest question now. Zest has to try and live here if they want the 5v4. Ryder and Happy still have ultimates. Happy's coming back from spawn. The spawn for Glides is super close. Rhea, where is he? They barely get the touch, I think. Contesting.
Yeah, Zest goes in. He's the first one to find.
Wir sollt ihr overclocked sind.
Here from Kepster right now, just duking it out neutrally against Zest. Low HP, MN3 taking down the primal rage, able to finish him off. Velasria goes diving forward, gets finished. Does find Shoot for his trouble, but Reiner is able to clean up too. Vixen tries to exit, the cap comes in. Fusion just buying a little bit of extra time. And they do take them down to below 4 minutes for this next phase of the map. But if the Gladiators just have a very clean beat,
Huge.
they're going to be sitting pretty.
That was worth for Fusion. I mean, they burn the extra Death Blossom, but they get 2 ultimates in response. Happy and Reiner pressure to use their ults to try and clean up that fight. Fusion, they get the retake, and the retake, while they don't win that fight, it does, again, cost Gladiators something to cap the point, delays the point capture a bit more, burns the timer down. Now Fusion gearing up for the actual fight that they want to go through with, as the Katuna Rush comes up for Aim God. Shu's still very far away. Funny Asher will be pressured to burn the sound barrier unless they can... unless they can get killed. I was going to say disengage, but they don't need to do that. Kevster's going to go for 2.
That's
No,
it.
they do not. Kevster does find him, and that's just going to be a very swift team.
Ich weiß nicht, was ich zu dem Match sagen soll.
Opportunity for the Fusion to try and get that archway control. Now it's going to
Beide Teams treffen aufeinander und Happy macht einfach die Picks. Das ist das ganze Match gerade.
Aim God held on to the Aim God didn't get to use the ultimate there. Shu now catches up. So for the LA Gladiators, that ends up being a gigantic fight when Kevster once more. His Death Blossoms have been finding some pretty mad value up the course of King's Row so far. Multi-frags on multiple of those Death Blossoms. Final contest here. Aim God waiting.
Okay, rush her rush, goes out. Happy. Real Bill looking for a target. Bubble comes down to break that one instantly. Gets the shot through the shoulder of MN3. Takes him low. The beat now going to be forced. Funny after moves the match. Overclock here on the high ground. Going to be popped. Happy still under a bit of fire as Velasria goes diving in. That makes a section trying to deal with the rest of the squad. Puts his focus back in over towards that Sojourn. The Death Blossom comes in, but Zest is instantly shut down by Happy. A great headshot off the overclock. Finds the kill, but MN3 with one of his own will get the punish on the Happy. So it's going to be a damage dealer for a damage dealer in the end. The card still contested in front of B, but now
Nice promo.
taken away from the Gladiators with Kevster falling. Reiner tries to trade it back against MN3 with a primal rage. Gets the jungle here.
Trap. Wow.
Finds the clean.
Alter.
Takes down the Lucio. Now the rest of the Fusion have their work cut out for them. Reiner still low, hovering around half HP, but they need to be able to get the finishing blow.
Wird geil, auch weil das hier kein Lost ist. Den Lucy hier so zu juggeln, dass er hier dran stuck ist so fucking hard. Respekt dafür.
Exit Gladiators need to reset.
Oh, that was so impressive from Reiner though. It was a kind of a risk to play through there. Could have been a really bad primal rage, but it gets 2. It was a 3v5 situation. Kevster on the return now has Velasria, so 5v4.
Yeah.
They gotta get those caps.
Yep, they have it. Playing around the Rosie, finds Zest to the end, gets the punish. 2 minutes and 44 seconds the Fusion need to defend for if they want to walk away victorious on the map.
Yep, and they don't have time back to play through here either. There was no capture for Fusion on C. Gladiators, they have the time, they have the objective set in front of them. Win conditions are clear as well. Fighting Astra close to sound barrier, the fixer is when we exchange the Kitsune rushes. The extra sound barrier can make all the difference here unless Fusion can get a really good disengage. They have to be prepared, and the closer the payload gets to the cap, the less of an opportunity they can disengage.
Okay, rush again. Velasria assassinated. Kepster finds the kill. The Death Blossom layered in as well. Helps set up for the elimination onto Zest, and the Fusion are just suffering losses at every twist and turn. Fixa, the last one standing as the cart starts to advance. Getting ready to go into that purple box and victory.
Number für Gladiators. Astro hat die Sound Barrier. Happy hat ja fast einen Overclock. Der Vincent kann das hier contesten mit Primal bis MN3, um Fixer auch ihre Ruhe zu haben. Wenn Fusion jetzt in der Zeit nicht stirbt, bis Fixer und MN3 hier ihre Ruhe zu haben, hat Fusion das. Aber let's see.
Velasria jumps forward.
Primal
needs some heals.
Doesn't have
something, but he gets taken down. 3% shy. of the mark. Zest now the one who keeps the cart contested for the moment, but the rail is available, and Zest, he's just going to fall. MN3 sniped.
Ja.
And there you have it. The push comes through. Gladiators on their map pick of King's Row. Make it
It's
happen. They
it.
get to the end. They tie it up 1-1.
And all other things considered, you know, we look at A and B, okay, could have been better for the LA Gladiators there, but it comes down to the C push and the C defense. They held on hold. It is effective.
18 Sekunden zurück.
I mean, right.
Erster wird wir switchen. Happy macht wahrscheinlich gerade einen TP raus. Der Hook? I don't know about that.
Up for it. He's ready for it.
Okay.
One.
It's kind of what
Wir können vielleicht von Hook, wenn die kommt.
Try and break out of the spawn hold. It is effective. It is what teams find success with. How about that though? Talk about success. Woo, Kempster.
Ist das ein Huge Pick?
Yep, the instant swap. They're going to try to go re-aggress here, though, on the fusion. Veltria jumps forward, does find half.
Fusion?
Make his way out.
Ich wollte gerade sagen.
He's got about 15 HP remaining.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, Fusion hält das trotzdem, aber.
Hey, well, he would love to get all that ult charge, it's just not nearly fast
Risky.
enough healing to keep the Winston in this fight. Pulls back the Big Earls. 1-for-1, but the cart grabbed up here by the Gladiators.
Looking good so far. Zest on the corner.
Jetzt haben wir den richtigen Punkt, den richtigen Choke.
Bubble breaks, have to back on out a little bit, waiting for a bit more charge from M3, building it off that shield.
But now MN3 just lurking around the flank, trying to find some targets to build up for the rail. Couple shots in. Disrupting shot forces have to slide away. He'll jump back up on top of Big Earls. Hasn't really been able to build up that rail charge to try to find an instant pick so far.
And no one's really that close to ultimates yet.
Aggressive in the
Ich sag's immer wieder, weil jedes fucking Mal. Ich habe mich eben im Stream auch schon drüber beschwert.
slide away. He'll jump back
Ich
up
guck
on
mal, ob
top
wir
of
hier
Big
eine
Earls.
Schau hier bekommen. Hier. Wieso hält man das nicht einfach hier? In jedem fucking Rank Gang auf Route 66 steht jeder hinten an dem fucking Tor, anstatt es einfach hier im Halbkreis zu halten. Es macht keinen Sinn, da hinten zu stehen. Es macht keinen Sinn, hier zu stehen.
Charge from M3,
Und sie sieht ja kurzfristig wie
Hey, well, he would love to get all that ult charge,
Hello.
just not nearly fast enough.
Wieder Winston, ja.
In this fight. Pulls back the Big Earls.
hier vorne hinspringt.
1-for-1, but the cart grabbed up here by the
Hier.
Gladiators.
looking good so far. Zest
Ja, man sieht's hier kurz, wie sie das hier contesten wollen. Aber Fusion kann das hier nicht lange contesten. Weil du rennst, sobald der Winston das pushen will, weil einfach die Möglichkeit dazu besteht, rennst du ja definitiv aus der Zeit dann von deinen Heilern. Und deine Heiler können sich nicht irgendwie hier hinstellen, das funktioniert nicht. Das funktioniert nicht.
with Valis Regan now.
Ich sehe jedes Mal, egal ob es eine fucking Anna ist, ob es eine Kiriko ist, ob es ein Lucio ist, I don't fucking care, die dann hier hinten stehen, an dieser Kurve, weil die Tanks hier stehen, und die Tanks machen es schon falsch, also müssen die Supports es falsch machen, um die Tanks zu carryen, und jeder kriegt dieses Mindset, dass das hier ein guter Punkt ist. Fuck that! Fuck that point!
The dive.
Lass das Kart durchpushen!
Have to back on out a little bit, waiting for a bit more charge from M3, building it off that shield.
Du spielst Poke? In dem Moment spielst du Poke. Bis das Kart hier vorne ist. An der Kurve.
Looking around the
An der
flank,
Ecke.
Trying to find some targets to build up for the rail.
Das hat jetzt nicht so unbedingt mit dem Match zu tun. Ah, sobald das Kart hier an der Gastanke ist. Ab dann kann man es contesten. Nicht vorher. Bitte. Wer auch immer das sieht, spielt bitte diesen High Ground. Bitte. Don't throw my rank.
Shots in. Disrupting shot forces have to slide away. He'll jump back up on top of Big Earls. Hasn't really been able to build up that rail charge to try to find an instant pick
Ja.
so far.
Das war halt ein Free Contest jetzt hier für Fusion. Bei Gladiators muss den High Count hier nehmen. um Fusion zu contesten. Oder sich hier hinten rumsneaken. Eins von beiden. Wenn Gladiators hier hochgeht, werden sie sehr wahrscheinlich von M3 einfach geheadshottet. That's how it goes. Und wenn Kester versucht hier rum zu rotieren, wird er sehr wahrscheinlich gespottet. Die Wahrscheinlichkeit, dass er nicht gespottet wird, ist sehr, sehr unwahrscheinlich. Und er wird hier einfach geburnt. That's it. Gladiators muss jetzt irgendeinen Weg finden, hauptsächlich M3, die beiden DPS, für Gladiators hier oben zu picken. Reiner kann das hier immer wieder hochpumpen, bisschen DPS, bisschen hier, ein bisschen da. Aber hauptsächlich liegt es an beiden DPS hier Picks zu machen.
And no one's really that close to ultimates yet.
Aggressive in the backline.
Could be Schau and Aim God. I think they might be the first for the ultimates. Funny, Ash.
Hier, das ist das, was ich eben gesagt habe. Gladiators rotiert jetzt komplett nach hinten. Weil Fusion hier den High Contest.
Actually really getting ahead now as well.
Das ist eins, was sie machen können, um die hier zu contesten.
There it is. That's the first blood they're looking for.
Yeah, rail shot not connecting, but happy.
Und der Winston steht für Fusion. Das ist huge.
Remembers now MN3 very much out of position, ends up getting clipped.
Ja,
So will make
das ist kein Set für Fusion.
it, but they need Bells to come back in
No.
if they want to be able to defend this point A again.
I think there was a high likelihood if they don't get that kill to Bellasri or anybody for the 5v4, Funny Asher goes for the tempo beat, then LA Gladiators use their advantage of having the first ultimate. Now the Fusion getting
Winston hätte das hier vielleicht ein bisschen safer spielen müssen. Gehe ich davon aus.
Healing,
Okay.
rush for rush. Astro holds the beat. Death Blossom comes in from
Right,
Kester.
Suzer.
Everybody exits away from it, so not going to be able to find any eliminations. The Suzer, as you say, is huge. Fixa now has the second beat. Fusion, the upper hand in the fight, and Reiner going to be the first one to get taken down. They successfully retake the cart for now. 1.28 meters left to go. Gladiators get close, but of course they have some more time to work through. But half the time bank has been drained down.
Effective frags as well. Reiner dying despite the sound barrier. Now Happy getting that frag. That's going to be
Yep.
forcing the Philadelphia Fusion into a really weird spot. Zed pulls trigger. It's not going to be enough.
Yep, got the shot. The alley-oop is there on to fix up. Finds the kill, as you say. Zed's not getting anything at all. With the Death Blossom, the cleanup comes through. It's
Ja,
going to be just shy of 4 minutes
dazu
now.
sage ich jetzt einfach mal
Going to
nichts.
the second phase of Route 66.
Once again, Happy. He does the job. He gets the trick done. Finds the frag required for the Gladiators to get the cap. So only one failed fight there, roughly. LA Gladiators otherwise getting some decent pace.
Bisschen Nine-Core.
Route 66. It's Philadelphia Fusion now sitting on just a primal, mirrored by Reiner. Also having that same primal. Fusion currently don't have any high ground to work through though. They're currently on the flank. Bellasri a forced primal.
Ja.
Goes for it. Reiner just up onto the high ground, shifts away. Just keeps the cart rolling as the primal of his own. And Bellasri is not going to be able to really find anything. Doesn't set up for any eliminations either. Imgot getting dove on has the TP.
Oh, and he's
Comes
just dead.
across, but then is instantly met with dead Chu. Able to line up a kunai. Nicely set up. MN3 dead once more. Happy with a headshot. Very much looking like himself now. Bellasri will find one, but Chu's just absolutely
Man.
wrecking
Fake.
now in the fight. This
They can
is
cap.
such a swift take on B.
They can
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
cap off this as well. I mean, there's not really
Das
many players alive for the
contesten die
Fusion.
nicht mehr.
Bellasri literally just respawns. They can't touch. They gotta give this one up. It's done and dusted. What is that? Only one fight on B? That is incredible from the LA Gladiators. I mean,
Ja, ich will kurz über den Punkt hier gehen, weil wir hier einfach durchgerusht sind.
Nicely fighting.
Und eventuell kurz erklären, warum
roughly.
wir das hier durchpushen konnten.
Gladiators otherwise getting some decent pace going
Erstens, Fusion hat das hier hinein, hat sich hier
through
gestaggert.
66. It's Philadelphia Fusion now sitting on just a prime.
Man sieht hier, der Winston und der Lucio ein bisschen Offset, während hier hinten, I don't know, was ist
Mirrored by
das?
Reiner.
Der Reaper und die Kiriko? Sieht so aus.
Also having that same primal. Fusion
Zurückkommen.
don't have
Zeig ich euch. Hier, der Winston will den Fight schon nehmen. Mit 3 Leuten.
work through though. They're currently on the flank.
Winston ist in,
Bellasri a forced primal.
zieht die Primal.
Goes for it.
Ja, das ist immer noch Card Progress. Wir haben keinen Grund, hier vom Card runterzugehen.
Up onto the high ground, shifts
Und normalerweise, wenn du Fusion wärst, möchtest du jeden Fight nehmen an dem Checkpoint, aber von dem High Ground. Nicht von hinten. That's not how it goes.
keeps the cart rolling as the primal of his own, and Belfry is not going to be able to really find anything to
Good out of position. Hier im High Ground. Guter Pick hier von dem Winston. Ah, er wird sich ja wahrscheinlich einfach wegporten.
eliminations either. Imgot getting dove on, has the TP.
Und das ist das, was ich gemeint habe. Hier sieht man schön. Fusion will warum auch immer von hier hinten den Fight nehmen.
Comes across, but then is
Ah,
instantly
und
met with death.
Gladiators hat halt die ganze Zeit diesen Card Progress.
Nice
Immer noch.
set up, MN3 dead once more, happy with the headshot. Very much looking like himself now.
Das macht keinen Sinn, wie Fusion den Punkt hier gerade attackt hat. Wieso hat Fusion hier hinten links in der Ecke gestanden und wollte das Card hier vorne close halten? Mit 3 Leuten.
They can definitely cap off this as well. There's not really many players alive.
Das ist straight up throwing.
Venezuela just respawns. They can't touch. They gotta give this one up. It's done and dusted. What is that? Only one fight on B? That is
Das ist straight up throwing.
Gladiators. I mean, what mastery shown in that offense? You see Reiner putting the pressure on towards Aimgod, and Shu is there to receive the communication there. Like, yeah, we're gonna force a swift step. He knows he's not getting the kill, but he knows one of his teammates will.
Do you even call it a fight? It was pretty much just a primal from Belfry, and then everybody else just getting
forced
picked off
primal.
one after the other.
He got taken down at such
Yeah,
low HP, they force, and then you look at the Gladiators, they don't do anything because they don't have to. They're chilling on the payload, while Bellasria is trying to live, just trying to fight for survival.
Das ist ein guter Punkt. Das ist auch ein anderer Weg zu sagen. Gladiators chillt die ganze Zeit da am Card. Und Fusion hat einen Backstab versucht.
The Gladiators are playing this to a T right now.
Warum auch immer.
Eating the damage, breaks away for a brief little moment. Now the rush comes in from Shu. Imgot going to be matching. Look to the Reapers to try to find some
Sonobe
impact. As Kempster goes
has it.
to the back
Yep,
line.
the boop.
Forces away the Death Blossom. Bellasria is still low on HP, and the Lucio shielding does expire.
Big.
Kempster pushes into the bubble, and there is just no peel, no hope for the little scientist on the side of the Fusion. Is taken down. MN3.
Jetzt kommt der Overclock.
Will find 2 quick kills. Imgot and Honey Astro trade it out. As it looks like finally the Fusion will find some semblance of stability.
Man, what a clutch. Him in 3
I
pulls
trust
through
him.
on an overclock, he's like... Gotta put the game into my own hands here. Fix it even gets a frag in the between.
Meine Fresse.
Gladiators looked like they were going to handle that fight. They were even pretty surprised, I would say, that Fusion managed to come through that many kills. Ended up being a 2v3, with Fusion having the 3. And Glad's only the 2 DPS plays alive, no one else. Zest gets away on 1 HP, but now they have to fight up against Happy's overclock.
Okay, and
Oh,
Zest
man.
just can't do that. Happy instantly domes him as he tries to get into position to use that Death Blossom, and now they're being rerouted. The cart getting closer and closer, but now he's not pushing. Still so damn close to the completion. Happy, however, does overstep, goes a little bit too deep, ends up falling as well. Reiner as Fixa is filling the kill feed. The battle Lucio making a return, and he'll make his exit. Stays alive, keeps the rest of the squad topped up as well. Nice little boop to force Funny Astro into the ceiling to get the kill.
And another recovery from the Fusion there is on, but that was another 4v5. Consider that Happy pops overclock, Zest gets domed straight away, as you say. A Fusion, understanding there's 2 options there. You back out into spawn, or you go hard and heavy straight into the LA Gladiators 4v5, and that works out for them. Multi-frags, Fixer, like you said as well, getting super active. Surprising for the Lucio, but it works out. Well, LA Gladiators losing quite a decent amount of time here. That's goodwill being brought up from A and B in terms of how quickly they capped it, and that's being shredded.
Okay, the rush is in. Zest ripping apart Reiner.
Ich mag diese Shotguns in dem Kitsune. Das ist so huge.
Is used as a bailout tactic. Sound barrier is there from Fixa as well. One shoot.
Sag's immer gerne wieder.
Kevster there. Zest has Death Blossom. Kevster so far has been getting mad value on that.
Okay, there it is. Zest is the only one that does it.
Jetzt kommt der Death Blossom.
Death Blossom into the back line. MN3 going to be taken down.
Oh.
Shut down. Zest unable to find anything. Fixa again. The one
Unlucky für Kester. Für Zest, sorry.
Come in and needs to happen right now. The push away. They force Fixa back. And that is going to be the
Unlucky.
to the end of the map. But just 59 seconds remaining. So we do have to give some credit over to Fusion with their defense in the final stretch, because the defense was widely absent on the first 2 points.
Bellasaria going down there, not quite alive or in position to go for the final touch. I think, like you said, Fixer got booped away as well. So Fusion can't quite continue there, but LA Gladiators with still, I think, a pretty reasonable time bank, all things considered, right? C ended up being a bit more of a slowdown than the Glads would have been happy to receive. But a full finish here is possibly more than enough if you consider how history has gone. Fusion were not able to finish the map versus London. London got the 3 points here for the full cap. Actually, when you really think about it, both of these teams lost to London, which is why they're facing up right now. These the victims of the London Spitfire firing off. The Fusion needed to get more done than what they had versus that London Route 66 match. They need to actually finish here, and hopefully with time as well. So we're looking towards the A and B offenses, which for the Gladiators was super quick. For the Fusion as well, you need similar pace.
That they certainly do. MN3 going to be looking to recreate some of that Kevster magic with an opening pick, but something tells me that Gladiators are going to be well prepared for it, and that Schau is likely not going to
Oh, M-Gott geht auf Enner.
put his head out from around the corner.
Könnte sogar funktionieren.
3, 2, 1. Attackers.
This is only step one as well. I mean, yeah, Kevster managed to get the
Oh.
shot, but then Gladiators further forward
Come on.
had that opening first blood as well. I believe it was Bellasaria dying early.
We're in this together.
So multiple things working out for Gladiators offense on A. See if any of that happens for Fusion, because so far they still have to dislodge the Gladiators forward hold.
Actually,
Now a lot of people fighting, but Reiner again is going to get picked off. Funny Astro sliding in from behind. Not much that he can do. Needs to try to make his way out of here, but Fixa is
be a lot
keeping
of staggers.
himself back, so it's not going to be any escape for him, and that's going to be a good amount of distance opened up here for the Fusion. But of course, the Glads will have enough time to get reset, prepared for a contest.
Well, the staggers are important here because as we reach the corner to get on top of Big Earls, two members are still coming back from spawn, so instantly you see...
Bist ja relativ safe in dem High Ground.
High ground control. This is something the Gladiators could...
Hier. Das hat Gladiators eben nicht gemacht in der Tag. Deswegen waren die hier kein Stuck an dem Punkt. Und zwar, Fusion pusht ja instant in den High Ground. Um den High Ground direkt zu contesten. Währenddessen sitzt einer am Card, macht Card Progress.
Because when they had their same A attack, they only got the one kill, and Fusion had a full wave of respawns. There were no staggers here. With the staggers, Fusion have way more map control.
Ich bin halt auf Enge, das ist big. Das ist big für Gladiators. Ich erwarte, dass Happy hier ein paar Picks macht. Actually.
Happy though. Off angle, high ground for
With recontested.
spotted and noted. Still, when he's got that rail charged up, you have to be
Fusion ist aus Gladiators rausgeholt.
Gladiators just kind of shifting. Yeah.
What?
Big Girls conceded. They took
Switching sides?
tunnels.
Okay.
Needs to stay safe, and the rail goes wide.
What the fuck are they doing?
And now Fusion get payload control as well, so this works out pretty reasonable for them. Both teams on the low ground here. Katsuna rush about to be online. Aim God so far here. Schau lagging behind.
I don't get it.
Yep, there's the rush coming through, but look at the HP bars right now on the side of the Fusion. Happy.
The Reaper sollte ja crazy gehen.
Helps keep them alive for now, but Reiner still falls. Bellasaria swiping away like a madman as he's rushed up. Absolutely insane, just throwing the arms.
Was
Despite the initial
von
kill,
meinem
it's still going to be the Fusion trading.
Ausmeister eine Nachricht bekommen.
Brings a new meaning to
Gleich wieder
hand
da.
right there. He's got the whirlwind arms gone.
I mean, good God.
And funny Asher, I mean, thank goodness that LA Gladiators at least had that ultimate, but you really need the Katsuna rush, and Schau is so far behind. He still doesn't quite have it yet. He'll have it now for the retake. This will be a very similar retake as what we saw from Fusion last time around. MN3, they're looking for Overclock, has it, uses it.
And there finds Reiner. Yeah, he was so damn close to having that primal online. That could be a big turning point unless the rest of the team can clutch out. Death Blossom from Kevster off screen. Not going to be able to find anything. Think he might have used it in that tunnel off of the left-hand side of the car. Now with Schau
great
falling,
cap.
that's going to be the cap coming in. Very similar time banks here as we get ready to go into the second stretch.
I mean, so well played there by MN3. He snipes down arguably the most important member. If Reiner gets primal there, I think that's a maybe successful defense. You start banning people towards Kevster's Death Blossom as well. And the Gladiators have a much more successful fight. At minimum, they delay the cap for a much longer time. At least the Gladiators will get this respawn, get active quickly.
Okay,
lose
I'm
the
back.
Speed. Part of the map, the way that Fusion did, which is with a bit
Das
of
ist
a
so komisch.
Overclock, slide up over the top. Happy, looking for a target. He saw MN3, he saw Zest. Wants to try to eliminate one of them, but just couldn't quite find him. Now the ult's going to expire. Still
Payload
has
stuck,
rail,
though.
but it's going to start decaying here pretty soon. And as you say, the payload has been locked into position for now. Reiner playing just up above the members of the Fusion. As they try to get him happy, but he's found.
Oh, das war ein nicer Pick.
Punish. More time bought. Death Blossom possess, not
I don't know about that.
Trying to clear the Clark out. Reiner receives the shielding here from the sound barrier. They push into the bubble, trying to get the punish. They still continue to take him lower and lower, but looks like he may be out of there. Velasria does hold the ultimate.
Muss gleich wieder
Doesn't need it. Gets the kill. Reiner taking down the cart.
weg nach dem Fight.
Yeah, great call there from Velasria. Had the opportunity to pull the prime, but knows he's got the kill to Ryan, and now the Staggers coming in through.
Jetzt was mit dem Kerl klären.
The LA Gladiators lose multiple there.
Okay. Hier kommt jetzt der Stagger für Fusion. Und gleich wieder da. Das sollte nicht allzu lang dauern.
As the final push comes on in. However, here's a key difference. When Glads were in this position, they can't. There was no
There we
final
go.
contest. There should be now final contest from the Gladiators, given that the payload is not quite at the end. A full 5-member respawn is there. Reiner in position to go for the play.
Jetzt kann das hier contesten.
Taking a lot of damage as he tries to get out of the door. Velasria just holds
Okay.
Reiner now gonna be left down on that low ground.
Ja, das ist der Zensound.
Joins in, TPing down, trying to keep them alive. Well,
Und das ist der Capture.
Deeper and deeper, trying to wreak havoc, trying to find these eliminations. Takes Funny Aster down to a
Ah, Kitsune Rush actually.
Now needs to come back in with the rest of the team. The rush comes in from Schau, and they're looking to turn the fight now that they're split away from the tank. M3 taken out. Velasria picked off on the back end.
Okay, ich hatte nicht erst so zu investieren.
Now have control of the cart once again.
What excellent juggle of the aggro there from the LA Gladiators. I mean, I don't know if you paid attention to the HP bars, but so many members of the Gladiators were super low, but they would
Das ist
not go
big.
down. Schau barely gets the Kitsune rush in time, uses it. Speaking of juggles, Velasria has a primal. He was keeping 2 to 3 members at bay the entire time from actually touching
Er ist jetzt gerade hier mit 3 Leuten contestet, das ist
only half
nice.
the Gladiators can actually use it, but it's enough.
Oh mein Gott, what are you doing?
Kill, the LA Gladiators can entire time from actually touching the payload.
Defense cam.
Kitsune rush from Schau.
Defense cam. Angry chill here?
Only half
3,
the
2.
can actually use it, but it's enough. And the subsequent fight, Happy gets another kill. And the LA Gladiators continue this BD.
Und sieht so, no fucking way.
How are Fusion supposed to finish the map with this little time remaining?
Might still be able to make it happen, but with time remaining,
Jetzt hat die Worldbank
they can get the cap right now and give them 2.5 minutes, and they would have
mit beiden DPS-Ults und der Primal.
I mean, they're not matching the 59.
remaining.
They're definitely not matching Glad's 59, so it'll be an OT finish, if anything.
Okay.
Double support ultimates here for Fusion.
Backside. Themselves into the back. Death Blossom from
Start off mit Kitsune.
He gets melted down and back. Now Death Blossom in from Seth. Just chews through.
Huge.
Barrier shielding and Funny Astro all for him for his squad. And That'll be the cleanup coming through. Reiner
Ja, das will hier aber nicht zu viel investieren.
Cleanup is there. They can finally start moving, but yeah, it's gonna be shy of 2 minutes now.
Das ist richtig.
They need big snowball potential here, and they're currently out of ultimates. They don't have anything really big coming online. Reiner can always stall with his primal.
Ja. Na Mann.
There for the well-timed sound barrier. It just barely, I think, blocks up Kipster's Death Blossom. Happy pops the.
Ich hätte was gesehen, aber.
Fixer could not have timed that better.
No one.
They waste no time. They just instantly on the payload. They try to burn this timer down even further.
I love it. It's perfectly played. Exactly what you want to do. Because even if you lose here, you have plenty of time to recontest. You just buy time off the time bank. They've already guaranteed that they're going to have the.
Inventory sollte ja Overclock bekommen.
If not fully denied the Fusion from having a time bank at all. Happy going to be taken out. Belfry finding one. Primal Ward trying to get this cart rolling, and now the Primal's going to have to be used. Belfry just trying to displace him as best as possible. The rush committed to the fight by Schau. Looking for some targets here. Thinks it takes a little bit of a zapping, but overall it's still going to be all right. Belfry jumps back in with the rest of the team, trying to displace Reiner at all costs.
Das ist huge, dass der Fight hier so lange geht für Gladiators. Ich denke, jetzt will ich auch keine Ults benutzen in dem Fall.
Schau trades as Kitsune rush for Bella's Ria's front raid, so even though Fusion get past an initial choke, they had to spend ultimates for it. And Gladiators come out ahead because at 35 seconds remaining, Fusion are under a lot of pressure here, and Gladiators are able to hit some of the timings for their own ultimates. By the time that Fusion want to fight, this might be especially with that kill.
Huge pick for Schau. 23
Das.
seconds remaining. Staggers need to tuck out of here as quickly as possible, and Pix is taken down as well.
Gladiators spawn camp.
More time bought.
Oh, das ist bad für Fusion. Fusion hat keine Chance, das da zu touchen. Wenn Fixer es jetzt nicht touchen kann. Oh mein Gott.
Jump over, Reiner goes into the backline, the Primal now popped, he's looking to isolate a target. It's like everybody has been elusive though, now the card starts moving forward.
Und jetzt will Gladiator so jetzt sehen. Receiver beat. Und den Kitsune Rush. Fusion hat noch bei. Na, meint? Hat noch Overclock. M3 kommt aus dem Spawn und zieht Overclock. Yeah, that's it.
The cleanup comes through. M3 finally gets to use his overclock. He gets a kill with it, but not the map win.
So true.
Before the Fusion does not work out, the Gladiators successfully defend. They stop extra innings from coming through, and now
der letzte Hold für Gladiators. Also ich rede hier nicht von dem Overtime-Hold. Sondern als sie hier gehalten haben. Das war huge. Das war der Gamechanger. Der Call hier zu contesten hat's gemacht. Ja. Das letzte, gell? Jetzt gibt noch einen Push. Ja, stimmt. Fusion hat ja 1 gewonnen. Und Dump.
2 fights roughly is the benchmark for
Vergesst den Push-Modus.
to get a point capture. And as you sort of mentioned, no changes in comps here as well. The early
Ich denke, was für ein Best of 3.
also quite interesting, right? Does
Immer noch.
both teams just fight for payload control right away? Does a team want to opt for more of the bridge control? Would be on the left side of where Glads are currently, to the bottom side of the screen. And it is just going to be a raw neutral. Both teams taking the same angles here, with Bella's jumping in first.
Self-inserted right at the front line. Bubble in response to Reiner, trying to keep people protected. Rail shot goes across, not going to find elimination yet. We wait for the box to unlock. A couple seconds, but Bella's on the re-aggression this time is punished. Kepster finds the opening kill. Now work certainly cut out for the Fusion members. They go diving into the back line.
Das ist ziemlich lang.
Trying to find something, a desperate play to turn the tide, but it comes up short. Cleanup is there, Glad's in control, first the push.
Comfortable first fight when Bella's falling down early. I mean, earlier in the series we had mostly Reiner falling down early, and now is a Philadelphia Fusion that is unable to get any counter trades once Bella's is gone.
Das Problem ist, ich erwähne es hier nochmal, sobald dein Tank oder deine Soldier died, stirbt, oder die Kiriko stirbt, das ist ein Instant Reset. Der Reaper, keiner whatever. Der Lucio, keiner whatever. Aber sobald deine Kiriko, dein Winston oder deine Soldier macht schon einen harten Reset.
Oh, aim goes low here, so happy somehow gets him down, and a disruptor shot will have the finish of that. No Suzu, no step, not too sure what happened there, but it will cost Fusion more time. Technically not a fight.
Gott hätte ihn nicht sterben dürfen.
It's getting very close now.
We're gonna talk about that charge, given the kills. Aim God is a little bit further behind Shu. Not by too much though, so still
that extra death.
Pace, but the big difference is Funny Astro versus Fix though.
It's actually 2 deaths for Aim
jumped on
God.
there for a brief little moment. Yeah. Not been a good start so far, but it does finally get locked in place. Low HP bars there for some of the Fusion members. They do manage to
Bellatrix missed the jump!
longer, but Bellatrix again, yeah, doesn't quite have it. Can't make it into the window. The Glads are just feasting.
Wow, that's going to be cap as well.
Das ist wie immer, ein Zentimeter fehlt.
5 wins in a row. Snowballing now from the Alec Gladiators, and they haven't used any ultimates right with the late kill to Fixer. This is going from bad to worse for the Philadelphia Fusions. Take a look at the situation again. Aim God, full HP, and
Das ist der. Oh, Aim God, warte. No.
Oh, the Suzu doesn't land. The Suzu must have been half a second off. It was the Swift Step on cooldown. Maybe, I think he might have used a Swift Step.
Oh, das ist sad für Aim God, actually.
Get caught out, doesn't have the Suzu hit, and that's it.
Der Kitsune?
Kitsune rush.
Okay, jump into the back there, looking for Habit. The sound barrier does come out in response. Funny Astro trying to keep him safe. Rush not going to get much done either. Fusion able to persevere.
Rotz Double Support Ult für Gladiators. Fusion in Fight.
Rush of their own, so that is a much needed fight for the Philly Fusion. One ult
Das ist
they get
huge.
Gladiators, they now have control, but the distance
Let me say this.
still so monstrous.
This is important to note, by the way. Aim God's died.
Fusion hätte den Fighter nicht verlieren sollen.
Still has a Kitsune rush on pace with Shu, who hasn't died, has not died. So that's what I'm saying. Shu is consistently still behind Aim God in ultimate build time. The fact that he has 3 extra lives compared to Aim God, he should have been way more relief.
Oh, der Stagger.
Done. TP up onto the high ground. Funny Astro.
Nicht wirklich Stagger, aber.
Time ends up dying, and MN3 and use the overclock as well. Comes up with 2 kills for himself. Cleanup continues. The bot, however, still very far to go.
They need
look to tie this up.
Yeah, they need about 2 to 3 fights maybe here. Definitely.
Der Fight hat nicht mal angefangen und wenn du es zerstört, das ist ein GG.
They have plenty of resources. MN3 cops a shot on his way in. So, if nothing else, I mean, Bellatrix and Fixer will have to pop ultimate here, but the 2 DPS ults from the Gladiators, it's going to be hard to get past.
Bellatrix first the Primal, Ryan are now going to be matching. Kepster drops down, keeps the bot locked in place, just going back and forth here against Zest. Overclock is out from Happy. Looking for some targets, gets chunked down to about half HP. Death Blossom in from Kepster, not going to be able to find anything, just zones back to Fusion for the time being.
Sound Barrier wurde geburnt.
But they'll catch it here in the underpass.
Watch this trade coming up. Aim God 85, Shu 66. Once again, he will be outpacing Shu. And this is going to be a point of Fixer. No, Fixer dies. That's everything. That is
Oh,
everything.
nice
Now
pick. Lucidiv.
I thought the drop down maybe was enough to save him, but no. Funny Astro manages to get line of sight, finishes him off with a nice little headshot. That'll be the cleanup, and once again.
Oh mein Gott, das ist so deadly.
I thought the drop down maybe was enough to save him, but no.
Können wir bitte mal kurz darüber reden? Jeder von Fusion, der hier noch lebt, ist auf der anderen Seite dieses Bottes und muss hier durch. Happy weiß das, platziert er sein Ding. Yeah. Das ist
What a bailout.
Pfeifert.
If Fixer doesn't go down, and forget about the second player dies.
Das war ein Pfeifert-Move.
Before, first of all, it's a weird situation for Fusion to be in because they want to use this Kitsune rush. It would have been a really good situation where Gladiators don't have a response, but as soon as they lose one, their ability to pull through that ultimate starts to wane. Even if you do pull it for a 4v5, doesn't.
Wieder beide Supporters für Gladiators.
With a very clutch kill. I mean, if they do not get that kill, I don't even know if they realize how much trouble they could have been in.
Fusion hat aber Overclock. So, Barry müsste hier kommen von Astro. Ah, saved es. Guter Call.
And the Glads are going to be pushing once more. Right now, they're not even paying attention to the bot. somebody moves back to go ahead and bring it forward, but this is looking very dire. As 100 meters is about to be online for the Glads.
Das ist big.
Will be, and this is a lot
Wer
of
das?
Fusion try and catch up on. I don't.
Vor allem, jetzt kommt der Snowball zustande von den Push-Maps. 100:34. Es ist so ekelhaft, das zu bieten.
Don't even know.
Selbst wenn Fusion das hier gewinnt, müssen sie erstmal dahin pushen. In der Zeit, wo der Bot da hinten ist, hier in der Barrier, ist Gladiator ist wieder da, contestet das, hat die Ult Advantage.
Well, it's
On-
certainly possible.
so it goes.
It's, probable, unlikely. They still haven't touched yet. We're nearly at 110. This is free push. Fusion
I like that.
are just not active enough to stop this. 100.
Jo, wird zum Boot am Bot.
Overclocked from MN3 needs to find some value, but with the sound barrier out from Funny Astra, it becomes that much more difficult.
Oh.
It can happen. However, still finds Kempsters. The shielding expires, but Happy will find Zest. The name god was taken down moments before. Velasria,
Oh, nicer Headshoot.
gets the pop on that one. Tries to displace Happy, who has since popped
Und Dream mit dem Overclock.
a couple shots.
Ah, happy.
Juggled back over towards the Fusion spawn room doors. Reiner in the meantime taken down. They will finally get the kill. They've got again though. Respawn sent straight back into the room as Shu finds that
Yeah,
elimination.
that's fine.
For now will be in control of the
Das ist actually fein für Gladiators. Sie haben seine Fight verloren. Auch wenn sie Overclock investiert haben. But who the fuck cares? Und B. Bisschen früher. Aber who the fuck cares? Fusion muss den Bot jetzt erst einen ganzen Scheißweg hier zurückpushen. Hat keine Ults, außer Beat. Während Gladiators 3 Ults hat. Blossom, Primal und Kitsune. Ich gehe davon aus, die werden mit Kitsune Reaper pushen.
but they're gonna maybe get there.
Und der Winston wird für den nächsten Fight seine Ult aufheben.
Yeah, they do, and it seems like Shu will be able to confirm the spawn. Yes, he does. He was the latest member dead, and the payload not quite able to
Mixer wird
get
das
back in. Reiner
aus der wahrscheinlich mit dem
he was
Kitsune bieten.
drifting from the high ground. That's a bit cheeky. As the Gladiators prevent the payload from even denying the neutral, the forward spawn. Look, it doesn't even hit the mid.
Yeah. Starting to move again.
Da kommt der Beat.
Gonna rush out from Shu.
Und sobald der Beat runter ist, drückt Kevster hier Q.
Sound barrier there from Fixa to try to keep them safe. Funny Astro now going to be trying to build up for his own sound barrier to match 8th God's rush. It's going to be there in about 20%. Forward spawn.
Wenn ich Kevster wäre, ich würde entweder in Lucio oder in die Soldier one-shotten. Also ulten. Das wären meine 2 Tages jetzt in dem Moment. Alles andere ist fein, wenn er den Kill bekommt.
Now
Wenn nicht,
off, Reiner
it happens.
takes it down. Death Blossom comes through. Kempster's
Actually, das ist unlucky. Er wird mit MN3 keiner deniert hat, also das ist actually unlucky.
get on top of MN3, but he can't make it happen. MN3 instead.
Double
Comes with
spawns.
3 kills here in the fight. Can't quite get the 4th, but yeah, still scrappy, bloody,
Okay.
not clean whatsoever, and clean is what Fusion need.
And they don't have enough players alive, right? And in fact, they're not even really going to be able to. They're not going to get it. It looks like MN3 is more concerned about finding a rail charge.
Okay. Ich find's gut, dass wir gerade die Aura hier hören. Ja, das wir jetzt hier am Point fighten. Und so dass beide DPS die Möglichkeit haben, hier zu flanken. Über die Windows. Während Philly hier versucht sich mehr konzentrieren, also MN3. Wird wahrscheinlich hier den Highground rotieren. Sobald die den Fight nehmen. Oder Gladiators gibt den Platz, den Checkpoint. Und sie fighten das hier. Aber ich denke, weil der Winston hier schon steht, versuchen das hier zu halten und actually den Checkpoint hier zu halten. Dass sie den Spawn nicht bekommen.
I mean, part of me would have preferred him to go.
Happy hat ja auch bald Overclock. Genauso wie Beat.
This next neutral, they need a straight up kill, and the fact that Happy just gets double supports on his way out.
Yeah.
I mean, even Shu
Na, meint der Call kommt sogar, das direkt hier zu halten.
That's far too much for the Fusion.
Das ist risky.
There's him in 3 though.
Okay, instant pop, instant kill. MN3 finds Happy. A good start. Funny Astro about to have the beat. Now is online. Is he committed here to the rest?
Das Problem für M3 war, warum er jetzt keine Picks gefunden hat, das ist Hyper. M3 hat seine Ult in den Low-Conk gezündet. Warum? Er wurde nicht gepressured, kein gar nichts. M3 steht hier.
There's him in 3 though.
Okay,
Ja, okay, der Winston steht hier. Ah, dude, du hast die beste Ult in deinem Game und 2 Supports neben dir.
kill. MN3 finds Happy.
Warum? What are you doing?
Good start. Funny Astro about to have the beat. Now is online. Is he committed here to the rest of the fight?
Hätte einfach chillen können.
Kind of getting in behind the Philadelphia Fusion members, and now the sound barrier will have the trigger pulled. MN3 pulling back, shoot, pursuing, looking for the kill. A little bit of kill here for MN3. Goes down that disruptor shot, still trying to find some space.
Oh.
Astro gets
Big
in
pick,
front,
actually.
finds the kill. Now it's limited tools here for the Fusion.
Das ist der W-Button.
Got both down on slivers of HP, but Happy does get swiped. Veloceria with the primal.
The primal?
Fights him, finds the elimination, picks up, nearly getting zapped out of midair, and should stay alive at least for a little bit longer here, but Zest does fall. Kevster getting the elimination. Bot brought forward, gets closer and closer towards that checkpoint. But the Fusion so
Ein Witz, sollt ihr sterben?
Glad to
nothing else to have those forward spawns, but with Veloceria going
Fuck.
down, the Glad once more in control, and look at the ult.
Yeah, Fusion just can't get a cap here no matter how hard they try. 45 meters. No dice. M3 has to be careful not to get killed here.
Oh.
Wants him. Oh my goodness, or even better primal for it.
Das war eine Big Primal.
Here gets a secondary aim, got his nowhere to go.
And it's get bigger.
Pulling the pieces once more for the Fusion.
Huge.
I mean, Zest as well.
What? What are you doing? What? I'm losing it. Warum zieht er hier
Even better primal.
Blossom?
Might get additional value.
Du hast fucking Aimbot dead. Aimbot is dead. And the Soldier is dead. M3 is dead.
Here gets a secondary aim, got his nowhere to go.
Du stehst hier mit 3 Leuten. Der Einzige, der hier steht, ist dann Winston, dann Lucio mit als Reaper. Und wen will er hier
Pulling the pieces once more for the Fusion.
wen will er hier ulten? Und Gladiators.
I mean, Zest as well. Nobody else. He
What?
used the Blossom.
What?
He used the Blossom. And then Shu instantly kills him. He said dive.
Es macht keinen Sinn.
And then
Man könnte jetzt antworten, okay, right, vielleicht Schuh ulten, I don't know. Ja, Glenn, sie hat einen fucking TP. He's not gonna die.
was wiped off the face of the earth.
And die he dead. And by the way, that 117 is now 120 plus.
Moment. Fusion, anstatt hier in der Flossen zu ziehen, man einfach backuppen können. Und Zest hätte hier in den Windows stehen können. Einer von den 2. Maybe hier hinter der Ecke an der Tür. Und hätte dann seine Ult ziehen können.
And Fusion
Maybe wäre das besser gewesen.
Beat drop. Rush from Shu. Overclock now from Happy as well. Looking for some targets. Zest's gonna be the first one to fall.
Ja, jetzt drückt er einfach gerade Q.
Push up around the corner. Happy has
It's a wipe.
three, and it is just not even close. They absolutely sweep them
Yes.
under the rug. The Gladiators will once again occupy.
Das Ding ist, Astro hat ihr Beat. Die haben keine Overclock, keiner Kitsune Rush. Ah, für die 2 Meter, I don't know.
The bot start moving forward to victory.
Ich glaube nicht dran.
be able first of a finish on his bronzer.
Scoreline. The touch comes through from Zest for a brief moment. Veloceria able to join back in, even if the Fusion can win this fight.
Instant
There's
beat.
38 seconds remaining. The sound barrier comes in now from Funny Astro. Veloceria, he hits the floor.
Die müssen jetzt Picks finden.
And he is taken down. Shu finds the headshot.
This is it.
That should just be the
Yes.
beginning of the end. Shu with a second kill. Zest out of there. Happy finds MN3.
M3, what are you doing? M3
Taken down. Shu.
steht hier komplett in der Mitte vom fucking Nowhere. In Narnia. Anstatt hier mit seinem Team. Er bekommt sogar seinen Overclock. Er müsste nur gut drücken.
Headshot.
This is it.
That should just be the
Wieso contestet hier MN3 und nicht der Lucio?
beginning of the end. Shu with a second.
What are you doing? Wieso steht MN3 nicht hier? Bro!
Kill Zest out of there. Happy finds MN3. And that will do it. The cleanup comes in. The bot will complete the map.
Das war kein
The
Zimmer.
Gladiators will stay alive. A 3-1 victory for them in this series as they
Oh, Jesus. What are they doing?
2022 playoffs.
The Gladiators live on to fight another day. The arena is where their lifeblood is, and they will come back for another challenger in that lower bracket. Yesterday, versus the London Spitfire, they were capped out on
should I
Coliseum.
say?
A very disappointing look on that push map today on Esperanza, which is, by the way, the Philadelphia Fusion's map choice. The LA Gladiators will find
Ja, von daher.
first ever Overwatch League Esperanza full map.
Unlucky. Fusion hat die letzten 2 Fights gesrollt. Actually. Beide DPS einmal. Ich verstehe es, das ist normal, das passiert. Das darf nicht passieren. Es. Ich verstehe es, man ist nervös, das ist kurz vom Punkt. Ich mache den Spielern da auch keinen direkten Vorwurf. Von daher. Ja. Yeah. Wobei, den Blossom schiebe ich ihm schon rein, also. Not gonna lie, das war throwing. Aber MN3 am Schluss. Versteht man auch. Ich denke, der Blossom war auch eher Fettfinger. Not gonna lie. Ich denke nicht, dass er es intentional gemacht hat, also beabsichtigt gemacht hat. Yeah. It's, yeah. Von daher. GG's an Gladiators. Ich hat's trotzdem gut gespielt. Und ich hätte auch gesagt, ich gehe hier auf. Ich gehe dann hier auf. Gut, dass ich morgen eventuell andere Match mache. Was spielt denn als nächstes? Shanghai versus